Hello.
Hello, hello.
Tonight we're really not writing. We're having a seance. We're going to try to connect with Bree. Bree, can you
Oh my
hear
God.
us? Are you
It's
out there?
killing me. This
Mm. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad all of you are here. I'm so happy to see you.
freaking computer. I just updated it. I closed so many tabs.
Oh, we aren't just connecting with
Wait,
Bree. We're
I think
connecting
I
with
just
Robot Bree.
yeah.
Robot Bree from the deep.
I said one word and then I watched the whole screen freak out. I truly don't know if it's the computer or the internet or both, but it's a tough time. Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome, Lori. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, Lori again. Welcome, Susan B's on the brain. I think this is your first night with us. You're working on fantasy romance. About to introduce the big bad. How exciting! Is the big bad the big good eventually, or is this the actual big bad? Because with romantasy, you can never tell.
Yeah, you never can tell. It's like, is this really, I don't know. Could he be a friend? She be a friend? They be a friend? Are they a friend? Mm-hmm. Do we want them to be? I just want them to like really hate each other in the beginning. That's always my thing. Like if you're gonna go enemies, like let's really go.
I was posting earlier because I read a book yesterday that was really lovely, very sweet, very low tension. And I was like, wow, I really feel like my nervous system resetting with this, which is like rare. So I was like, maybe that's a good like forced proximity roundup that I can do. And then I was looking through my spreadsheet and I'm pretty sure I have not read one other nervous system resetting book because that's just not the kind of thing that I like. And I'm like, well, it was a nice try.
Yeah. Maybe the roundup should be the ones that'll knock you so off your block that like maybe it should be the opposite of that.
Well, I was gonna do like a one-to-one because sometimes I like to do like paired weeks where it's like 1 week it's like, you know, on the run. The next week is like, you know, stuck in one place, like kind of like theming like that. And I was like, yeah, if I want to just pick the most stressful books I've ever read, I can definitely do a roundup on that. But I do want, because anytime I like read a book that I really enjoy, I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that like I solidify this in a roundup, you know, early.
Yeah, that's.
And I wanted to do that one because I was like, yeah, I've never done that before, and you know, people use the phrase nervous system a lot. It's good SEO, but unfortunately, my nervous system is a wreck. So
stuck in fight or flight. Want to be there still? Yeah, these are the books for you. Never want to leave that zone. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Rebecca is working on world building, had some ideas while day jobbing. Love that for you. Okay, this is a big bad that stays bad. No enemies to lovers with this one.
All right, that's okay.
We'll allow it for now. You're on thin ice, but it is your first time.
Be nice over there. Be nice, seance Bree.
No, Ghost Bree is a bitch. You guys should just
what's going on?
Lori's working on a short story introducing your alter ego.
Mill Creek. No.
I heard about that place. No, I have not. Ooh, on the run trope. Love the on the run trope.
Yeah, that's excellent. That is excellent. Oh my gosh. Well, Bree, what are you working on now that your computer is like not allowing you to do anything but even
I was gonna say I'm afraid of using my computer. Scrivener is open, but if I move to that tab, God knows what is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna try to plan my next contemporary, also an on the run romance. Because I had plotted this like a year ago, or I worked on plotting it a year ago. It was way too complicated. And I thought, and then I kind of left it because it was too complicated. And now I've come back to it and I'm like, what if I didn't do the most and just did like half of this? So I'm working on cleaning up my sort of plot outline. And hopefully it will net me an outline I actually want to work with versus like, why am I making this a 4-book series for a single romance?
I've never done anything remotely close to that. I just want to say that like I've never overcomplicated any plots. I've never been like, why would I have a dual POV when I could have 5? When I could have 5 characters weighing in on this story, why would I do 2? Like, come on.
At the end of the day, I just wanted to solve a murder and be bad at it, and also put a lot of burn notice references in.
I think, you know what? I think this is good. I think
so. I'm working on it. I'm like, just The simplest possible murder mystery, because it is a romance, not a murder mystery.
Yeah. This is good.
Yeah,
this is
see,
good.
Rebecca gets me. Rebecca understands. What are you working on tonight, Kelly?
Oh, yeah, Rebecca does understand. Well, I have a pop-up shop on Sunday. And I just want to tell you guys, in the whole idea of not wanting to overcomplicate your life, I got back into bookbinding for an entirely different project. I was going to bind like 4 5 books maybe. That was going to be it. I am now 45 books deep because I went to this craft store, got buying fabric, and they're always like, "What are you buying this for?" Well, because I'm making book covers and because I'm, doing this whole bookbinding thing. And then they were like, "Hey, maybe you should come to our pop-up." And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And then that has been, you guys, that has been like product line configuring and price tag making. So anyway, so what am I doing tonight? I will show you. I am weaving the spine to make it more interesting. I'm going to bind this book and I'm going to rip this spine out and make it more interesting. That's my goal for this time together. It is not writing, but it is creative time. So that my shenanigans for this pop-up fair, this real simple, easy pop-up fair that has now become
an entire business.
And a witchy themed fair in October. I just got accepted into a multi-day fair the end of November, and I'm waiting to hear about one in December because a pop-up is fun. It was going to be 5 books. Now it's like a notepad line, and anyway, not that you care about that, but that is what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm doing today because why not? Why not? Oh, and I'm still working on some revisions for this memoir project that I have out.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's enough chatter at the top. I think it's time to get into our sprint.
Alrighty.
Will my computer explode by the time we're done? Who knows? I'll see you in 20 minutes. Bye.
Hello, darlings. I have no idea where my baby is. Oh, there she is.
It didn't do the very loud sound to alert me.
Oh, it did it on my side.
Interesting. I wonder if you did it where like it's not sharing the sound with us.
Hang on, let me see what I did.
Oh well, it's fine. You announced it just as well.
Yeah, there we go. I was
How
like,
goes your rebinding?
Well, there's a saying that if your thread tangles up, it's good luck. And
Okay.
I just want to say to you that I am the luckiest person you've ever met. So there's that. It's actually not going too bad. I just stabbed myself, but yeah, we're going. It's good. It's okay. Lucky stabbing myself. I'm having a good time. How was your session? How was your writing? How far did you get?
I actually was able to get some outlining done. I had met up with a friend this weekend and got there early. And to look studious by getting there early, I brought a journal so that I could do some writing ahead of time. And then I actually did get some stuff done. So I typed that all up. So that's all in Scrivener, and then kept going. I'm basically trying to like, I mean, all outlining is like this, but this one especially, I'm just really laying the track as I write the outline. Because right now I'm just trying to. It's a murder mystery, romantic comedy suspense that's kind of Burn Notice fan fiction, but not for legal purposes.
But not for legal purposes. Okay. Yeah. Love that.
So right now they've ditched the body. And are doing research, and so I'm kind of just like I'm trying to give myself permission to just be like a clue happens here and then move on.
Oh yeah.
What I got bogged down with before was like the murder and all this stuff, and I'm like I'm not writing a noir. I'm writing a romance with a murder mystery at the center, and like sometimes that's an important reminder for myself. So now I'm just like, what would these two people who are just on a date that they don't even want to be on, what would they do? And then build the mystery around like what they would do. So that's been more what I've been up to. All right. Rebecca wrote through everything that she knows about the kingdom that is doing the invading. Yeah, a lot of bad guy villain stuff tonight.
Perfect. Love
270 words from Lori. It's trippy writing yourself as me, but not me. Yeah, that would be trippy. Because you're going into it very specifically writing an alter ego, I imagine.
Yep. That's pretty fun, actually. That's pretty cool. There was a whole article somebody wrote on Substack about if you befriend your alter ego, you become a better writer or something. I can't remember what it was all about, but yeah.
Interesting. Hi, Josie. Was on the phone with my mom. Oh, so was I just before this. But working and converting my manuscript. Oh, right. You're doing that POV shift from last time.
Yes.
God help you. But you're on page 220 of 387. So, that's something.
There you go. You're more than halfway. I mean, that's not nothing.
Also, hello to Hika, who just joined. Reread a little bit of the last bit that you wrote.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's always the trouble with sprints is that like that first sprint is a lot of like, all right, what did I do last time? Who the hell are these people?
What's happening? Who am I? Yeah.
Speaking of what's happening and who am I, we have a workshop next week. So next week is normally an off week for us for sprints. But we thought, well, we're codependent. We need to see these people again. So we are leading a workshop called What's at Stake? How Unputdownable Novels Keep You Hooked. So it's actually, Kelly, this originated with you, so I'm going to let you pitch it.
I will be happy to pitch it. Okay, so this is a workshop back in my ivory tower days when I was teaching the youth of America how to do creative writing and publishing and storytelling. I taught this class about the 11 stakes that always work, that always kind of keep everybody hooked. And I wrote a few things about this before, but when I talk to people about like the stakes of their book, they kind of dead eye me. Like they're like, they're not quite sure. Plot, yeah, we know what that means. We know what we're supposed to do with characters. We know setting, we get that. But stakes is the why should we care that this character's on their way to do whatever they're going to do. And my students they never wanted to do that section of the class. They were like, this is dumb, until we did that section of the class. And then they were like, oh, I get it now, why my readers or my group is like, yeah, but I just don't get why they're doing what they're doing. I'm not as into these characters as you want me to be. I'm not as invested in this story. Like, yeah, so they're doing all this stuff, but like, And they're trying not to be mean about it, right? Because it's hard to give that kind of feedback, particularly if you don't have the language for it. So when I was doing that class for my students, it really opened up an entire different way for them to talk about their work, and they're talking about their work with each other. And then to also be able to diagnose their work in places where they were like, maybe it's more plot. Maybe I just cram more stuff in. And it was like, that was not the answer, cramming more stuff in. It was, let's cram more stuff in for reasons. And then let's come up with these reasons. So Bree and I have also been working this week in the Substack, sending out a bunch of articles that kind of help you to understand some of these stakes that we're going to be talking about next week, and the books where they really work and the way when they really don't work. And I think there's sometimes when you have, this is also one of those things where you read a book and you're like, I was really into it, but then I got to the end and I was like, really? That often is a stakes problem. So if that sounds like a class you don't think you need, but I'm promising you do, you'll be like, aha, that'll be like some grand epiphany in the end. And then, yes, I think I would love to see you there. We would love to see you there. And it comes with a worksheet, and it comes with 2 hours of us having a good time. And there is a link in the chat for the class and the coupon.
And 10% off.
Yes.
Because you're here, you're our accountability buddies. So you get 10% off if you sign up using that link or use the code co-writing-buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited about this. I learned a lot just by putting this together and really having to think deeply about like, okay, what romance novels have I read that, you know, have this stakes, and why is it a good example? Because it really forces you to be like, oh yeah, why does it matter that she wants to do this? And like some of the worst books I've ever read are, it always comes down to a stakes problem. It's like, well, ultimately it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that, you know, right, they're fake dating. It doesn't matter that her reputation is lost, you know, or whatever the case may be. So highly recommend this class. It's going to be a real fun time.
And for like a real life example, Bree and I were in a literature class together a million years ago, and we were reading Margaret Atwood's Mad Adam trilogy. And it's life or death stakes if you've not read that book. And there was a narrator, Jimmy. And Bree and I, we just could not wait to stumble across the page where he died of his stupid foot infection, because we were so sick to death of him. We were like, is he dead yet? Don't make me follow this fucking idiot through the rest of this book. Like we were like, everybody else in the class is like, oh, but he's an anti-hero. He's great. They were trying to find these reasons for him to be great. And I don't think that they even believed it, but it was like, Bree and I are like solidly, heck no, this guy's awful. And so sometimes when you're in a book too, that's the thing too, like the life or death stakes, like good, kill him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. If the reader is relieved that they'll die, then it's probably not the correct stakes.
Yeah. So every time when I think about life or death stakes, I think about that book and I think about that class, and I think about Bree and I just being like, oh, please, can he die? Can he die now? Like that would be so great. So yeah. Yes, there will be a replay link.
Yes, there is a replay link. So if you're not able to make it live, the ticket does get you the video on demand and the worksheet and all that good stuff. So even if you can't make it on Thursday, you can make it in spirit. Yes, exactly. This is exactly it.
Yeah.
If you don't believe they'll fail, or if their failure doesn't ultimately mean anything, then what are we talking about?
Exactly.
So yeah,
exactly. That's why Superman's hard to follow, because he's impervious to everything. So it's kind of like, okay.
But there's something to it. The new Superman, I was very impressed by. I was very, very impressed by. Because what I liked about it is because it changed the stakes from like his like individual imperviousness and made it more of a like social thing. You know, they almost did the Spider-Man, like J. Jonah Jameson, like he's a menace. Like we were basically grappling with like, oh, he's an alien who maybe is here to kill us. We can't trust him. And like just because he seems like a nice guy, so it's like, sure, he's this big old hero, but if nobody trusts him, you know, and somebody else, Lex Luthor, has control of the narrative, then, you know, and also there's kryptonite shit. But like outside of the kryptonite shit, like what I thought was so interesting was how they played with sort of like the public's inability to accept that someone who isn't like them has their best interests at heart, which is a pretty prescient theme to discuss in today's day. But I know. I thought I did a good job. Okay.
All
So
right.
enough about that. I think it's time to do some more writing. I have to go back to my murder babies and see what the murder babies are up to.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stab myself with a needle. I
You're
will
gonna
see
stab
you in a
yourself with a
minute.
needle. Okay. See you in a minute, everybody. Bye.
I don't think I did save or share the sound with you, so it's time, darlings, to come back to your senses. Come back to your own wits.
And you're emerging in a space.
Exactly. Should I go back to my hypnosis days? Like, and now you can open your eyes. Come back to reality. Reality you were so desperate to freaking check out of. Like, I get it. Me too. Oh, anyway. The unhinged
how is your untangling of thread?
Well, I gotta say, sometimes the thread will like slip knot onto itself, and get all kind of crazy. And I hadn't had that happen at all until just like right before the timer went off. So I was like, oh, this is great. I'm almost at the end of this sewing this book. So like, heck yeah, this is good. How was your writing? How was your whole plotting it out?
Well, Josie made it 2 more pages.
Heck yeah.
With
Okay.
POV switching, which is just a grueling process. So I cannot even imagine.
Oh my God, it was so tedious. And it's also not the reason why you watch superhero movies. Okay.
I don't know what that is in reference to. But we went down the research rabbit hole with Susan. Susan, what are you researching? Dump it on us.
Dump it on us. Oh, and I also want to say, Susan, I loved your comment earlier about buying the lap loom and now you're doing craft fairs just to get rid of the stuff that you're making from another research bunny hole. I feel that so like viscerally. I love it.
Ika wrote 317 words. Look at you guys.
Woo!
I'm making some progress with my little murder babies outline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck at the mom's house right now, and I'm kind of like, what's gonna get us to the next location? I do think I need to start actually figuring out the clues rather than just writing clue TBD.
Oh yeah,
that's what the outlining process is for, is making those decisions.
Figure out the clues. Yeah, because that clue could be the impetus to go.
Exactly.
Right?
And like we're basically
the
first third of this book is just sort of them with a body in the back of the car panicking.
Oh, sure.
They've gotten rid of the body. So now the next phase of it has to be motivated by their own research. So we'll get there, probably. Yeah. Rebecca wrote 216 words after writing some more world building. Josie is clarifying that Chris Evans is hot. He is hot. He's very hot. That first Captain America movie is so good. I mean, like the last act is maybe a little bit weaker because the villain is kind of a nothing burger, but God help me. I tear up every time I think of that grenade scene when he's still a skinny little guy.
Yep.
There's
a lot going on there.
Just gets me. Susan's rabbit hole was the origins of the Crimean Tatar language.
Tatar language.
Tatar.
I love this. When's this set? Like 1500s? This is feeling like Siege of Malta.
Also a classic scene, elevator scene.
That is a classic scene.
Yeah, those first 2 are really solid. It was back when, the MCU was about like making interesting movies and not the superhero industrial complex.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed like a sharp decline because your hubs and Elizabeth, they were like, you haven't seen that one? You haven't seen that one? Then I went on a Marvel bender so I could just be up to speed, with all of these movies. But man, I'll tell you, and I watched them in order because I was like, well, I don't know how else to do it. I'll just watch them in the order that they were released. And I stopped after a while because I was like, I think I got to the one where the guy snaps, Civil War, where he does this guy. Yeah.
Infinity War.
Yes, that one, whatever one it was, whatever war.
I think Civil War is earlier.
Maybe. I think, because that was like everybody was fighting each other.
Because Civil War was all the superheroes fighting each other. And then Infinity War is all of the superheroes fighting Purple Josh Groban. Or not Groban. Purple Josh something.
Josh, right.
His name is Josh, which is just it's so incongruous with like what that dude's whole vibe is.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, man. Anyway, so I watched them all, but I did notice like after that, I was like, I don't know that I can do another one of these because I feel like it's just kind of, slippery slope.
Yeah, it really is. Susan is not writing historical. It's a contemporary, but he's a cursed immortal.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Also, it definitely is very funny every time Captain America grabs his own boob. Brolin, thank you. You got it. Okay. All right, friends. One more. let's let's get off this subject. This has been a real chatterbug.
This has been a roller coaster, and I'm here for it. All right.
I'm also here for it. All
I'm gonna
right,
go stab
folks.
myself. I'll see ya.
We will see ya on the other side. We're back.
Hello.
How goes binding?
How many days? I thought I turned this off. We're good. We are doing good over here. I finished, here, I'll show you what I did. I finished the, I just had to weave this line. So I wove some red with these little, I don't know if you can see that, but they're like these little pearlized pink beads in this guy. And this guy's
I love
weird.
that fabric.
What's that?
I love the fabric.
Yeah, it's really pretty, huh? This is kind of a weirdo because I had gotten a bunch of paper and it was a great deal. And I was like, oh, this is great paper. And then I realized, oh, that's not the size of book that I'm going to be doing. I only have like 2 pads of paper. So it's like now I'm at this point, now that I'm doing all these fairs, I'm like, oh, I should probably get consistent there. And then I finished this guy. I need to glue this one together, but I finished this guy.
Pretty. Sparkles.
Yeah, and I just have to glue it together. And then the only one that I didn't get to is I needed to rebind the back of this, but I have ripped all the seams out. So that's a nice thing. And I got a new seam ripper today and it's not dull as a spoon. So that's like another thing that's
we love to hear about
non-dull easy
stuff. Yeah, exactly. Josie got through 2 more pages while FaceTiming her daughter. Very impressive. Yeah. Oh, Rebecca wrote 500 words in that time. Look at that.
Nice. Well done. Well done. I'm loving this. So
I made a bit of progress on my thing. It's been tough. Each of these. So I think we found a house to rent.
Oh, nice.
Calm down. I'm extremely broke, but I think we found a house. They sent over the lease, but it's been a bit of a shit show coordinating everything. So in between doing outlining, I've been like sending emails to the landlord, sending emails to the 2 people who are living with me, and trying to make sure everyone's Venmos are in and all of this stuff. Oh, moving is terrible.
It is terrible. It's hard when it's just by yourself and you only, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't have to deal with any of that other stuff. So, man, my heart goes
hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be doing it.
Yeah.
I'll be in Oregon in 2 weeks.
Holy moly. What would be your moving date?
Probably the 7th, August 7th.
Look at you.
7th or 8th.
I love this.
No, in Portland.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was just answering the question from the chat. And congrats to Hika about 376 words.
Heck
and to Susan, who is fighting her way out of the trap of polishing her first 3 chapters endlessly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's tricky.
We feel that.
Yeah, we totally do. Yes, man, I've been stuck in that thing of like this first chapter. This is the 25th draft. And you're just like, literally, you're like, I can't anymore. I think that this shouldn't even be where the book starts. Like, when you get to that point where you're like, oh my God, I don't even think this should be a story. But yeah, I was just going to say to you, I left Colorado August 6th of last year.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that a trip? Yeah. When you said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, something's in the air. Yeah. It does mean that we might potentially not have a sprint unless we can figure out how to get you set up with a sprint situation. Because technically the next session is August 6th. However, everybody put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Because I might be on the road. So we'll see, because we do have to drive up there. So I'll probably be in a hotel. But definitely what's happening is the class next week. I will definitely still be in Colorado for that.
Yay!
Maybe I'll even get to put my face on camera. So
I know. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited for this.
Definitely check out the class that we're teaching. It is going to be so much fun.
Yeah. And if you know somebody like in your writing group and you're just kind of like, so I'm not saying that this class made me think of you, but I am saying that this class made me think of you in the best way possible. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Like, if you're not going to listen to me as your critique partner, will you go listen to a perfect stranger tell you something? You might actually take their advice. So yeah.
There was no bell this time, Lori. Because we had a different street sharing setup this time. No worries. Don't we all, Rebecca? There are definitely people that I can't personally promote it to because it would be too pointed, but oh boy, do I have an opinion.
Yeah, there's quite a few people too.
And that's not a bad thing. It just means, hey, I really like your writing. I would like to like it more.
Yeah, I would love to love it. That's what I would really love. I would love to love the crap out of this, but alas, here we are.
Something's not quite connecting. Maybe these ladies can help. All right, folks. Well, I think that's about it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. The new and the I don't want to call you the old. You're not the old.
No, the regulars.
The standbys.
No, the regulars.
Whatever.
All right. Well, we'll see you hopefully next week. And then if anything has to change for the week after that, we will let you know.
Yes, we will. All right, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. Congrats on all the writing you did tonight. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.